Okay, folks, it's your buddy Mike Messier. I had a viewer requested reaction video here. Lady of Heaven, a Mike Messier YouTube watcher, I think a new watcher. I do appreciate you watching. I'll get your name up in a moment. They requested I watch the Lady of Heaven trailer and respond to it. Well, the trailer looks very good, and apparently this movie, I'll just read it directly from the IMDb page. Lady of Heaven, The Lady of Heaven. Two stories separated by 1,400 years. After losing his mother in the midst of a war-torn country, an Iraqi child learns the importance and power of patience by discovering the historical story of Lady Fatima and her suffering. Director is Eli King. The writer is Sheikh Al-Habib. Stars Ray Fearon, Denise Black, Lucas Bond, and many other talented people. So one thing I did find from looking at the website of this film, which I'm now going to go back to, bear with me, folks. So I really did not know anything about this film until the viewer suggested it, and I will give that viewer's name or handle if they don't mind. Um, I'm in a busy environment. You might hear some background noise, folks. Blah 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 blah. There was something about this movie. Okay, creativity. This is ladyofheaven.com. In accordance with Islamic tradition, during the making of this film, no individual represented a holy personality. The performances of the holy personalities were achieved through a unique synthesis of actors, in-camera effects, lighting, and visual effects. Okay, so that actors were involved in the creation of the representation of the holy personalities, but actors did not portray the holy personalities. So I don't really know the logistics of that. I think I've heard that before, that in the Islamic faith, the holy personalities are not supposed to be portrayed by people in interpretive art or some such thing, and then that's fine. It seems to make sense. I have no issue with that. So I guess as a way of working around that, they've done voiceovers. It seems, based on the trailer, it seems that the Fatima voice, so to speak, is a voiceover without a physical actress per se portraying her physically. There's a guy yelling. I can't control everything, folks. So let me see if I can find these. What are my thoughts? Well, my first thought, I did look at the budget, $15 million budget. It's listed, and it seems like that money was well spent. You know, it takes a lot of money to make a movie of that scope. Whenever you have, this is Man of a Goodwill. So thanks, Man of a Goodwill. He was commenting on my No Man Land movie reaction. So I appreciate you being around, Man of a Goodwill, and hopefully you've subscribed and stick around, and welcome to the fun. These are just me and my opinions, folks. You know, I can't speak on, is this movie historically accurate? Is this movie interpretive? I mean, in the Christian faith, so to speak, you've had a lot of interpretations and a lot of controversies with movies like Passion of the Christ, The Last Temptation of Christ, other films that kind of got into the mix of mixing cinema with faith. And a lot of times there's controversy with that because people, and rightfully so, take this stuff very personally. Um, would I see this movie? I probably would go see it, to be honest with you. The Lady of Faith, going back to that film. I think it's already been released in, but maybe not where I'm at here. I'd like to see it, though. I would definitely go see it. Had nothing, no reason for me not to see it, and maybe learn something. And then I guess I'll get a little personal here. When I was in fifth grade, growing up in the suburbs in Virginia, for the first time we had and it just shows you how things change, because it was like a big deal that we had a kid come into our fifth grade class who was a transfer student, and he was um, from Pakistan, I believe, and he was a nice guy, and his name was Arfan Muhammad, and a really nice guy, and he actually did a kind of a show and tell type of thing about his Muslim faith, and shared with us information about Muhammad, and we were all, you know, for the most part, pretty sheltered kids as far as other cultures, and didn't really know anything. And so this, guy our own age is sharing his faith and telling us about it. And I think the teacher might have asked him to do that, and he did. So it was kind of a cool thing because we learned something, and he became a friend of mine throughout the rest of elementary school, middle school, and into high school. I don't know what happened to him. Nothing bad happened. We just kind of lost touch, like a lot of people do. But just kind of interesting that kind of brings up those memories. It's important that people, I think it's important at least, that you don't have to agree or subscribe to someone else's belief system or what's important to them, but do have respect for it. And I think this is a thing that people forget about all the time. It's not just about religion. It's like what's important to you and what's not important to you does not pertain to the other person, the other guy, the other woman. What they're going through in life, what their priorities are, what matters to them when they wake up in the morning and go to sleep at night, really has nothing to do with you. So for you to try to, and I'm talking to myself here too, because I do this as well, for you to try and force your agenda or push your belief system or challenge someone else's belief system, that's a tough thing to do. And if you're talking politics, if you're talking how much pro wrestling does somebody watch, how much film does someone watch, what do they like to do in their spare time, the women or the men they like to date, or both, whenever you try to influence someone else's opinions or take on the world, you're gonna not have much luck with that. Okay, so just or it's going to be an uphill battle at least. So sometimes you can open people's minds up a little bit, but a lot of times it's an exercise in futility, and you'd be better off concentrating on your own thing. So I don't know if I've given you a great analysis of this preview or reaction. I mean, it definitely makes you think. I mean, I guess going back to the actual preview, Man of Goodwill. I think the most interesting thing about this movie, based on the preview and based on what I read on the website, is this technique of not portraying the holy personalities with actors in keeping with the Islamic tradition. I'm very interested in how that conveys to the film, how that will make the film interesting, or will it suffer? I have a feeling it's going to be okay. It's going to be good. And there you have it. So I wonder if the movie will cause controversy. I wonder if people in the Islamic faith within the community, which is a huge community, by the way, this is not some small community, it's millions of people, will they have a universal acceptance of this film? Will there be debates? Will it be not liked, not well received? I'm more curious than that, and I'm interested to seeing it. So thanks, YouTube subscriber Mike Messier. Hopefully you're a subscriber now, man of goodwill. You're welcome to subscribe, like the videos, share the videos. Everyone else, thanks very much for watching. And this is Sunday, so have a good day. Mike Messier, MikeMessier.com. The new book, A Distance from Avalon, is circulating. Thanks for those that have purchased it. For those that haven't, what are you waiting for? MikeMessier.com, DistanceFromAvalon.com, AvaloniaFestival.com, my film festival. Everyone enjoy. Have a nice day.